This is my replay analysis of a recent Billybob silencer game. The in-game audio wasn't captured, but I think you'll still find it fascinating to see how Billy can so consistently own in Dota. I check out some of the other team members, so it's hopefully a good overview of the battle. I personally believe watching replays in Dota is one of the most helpful things you can do. Check out this testimonial from one of my favorite Dota 2 support players, No-Tail.
And definitely take advantage of the replay system that Dota offers. It's a rather fantastic spectator game, and it really is very good for self-improvement. You really get the chance to look at it from different player perspectives directly, but also you get to ponder with the thoughts for yourself. What would you have done in this position? What did they do that really messed you up? And you get the non-fog of war view of the fight. This can definitely change everything for how you see it. And maybe you thought you were really great place you were the right place at the right time, but once you see it in the replay, you realize, wow, I might have ruined that fight, or I might have made the fight really hard for us.
So that's that. Let's jump right in. All right, so we're going to try a little bit of game replays. Unfortunately, not all replays download, and in this one, I think we want to look at our MVP and just watch Billy play silencer one time and just see how that goes. So as you can see, the enemy team is very friendly. Let's put us on last hits for this one. That's right, they knew someone who was on our team. Somehow I played with them. Just do free camera here until Billy gets into lane. Billy already right clicking for days. Wow. Let's see, he's gotten a circlet, which is probably my favorite starting item. Just something about the efficiency of kind of two branches. That's awesome. Boosted his intelligence quite a bit, which is nice. This is great. Even though Billy is the carry here, since he's the range person, he's still just like totally getting them out of my lane. Well, not my lane. That's what he's saying. Get out of my lane. And it allows, even though he missed two last hits there, it looks like Sand King got one of the two that were kind of free last hits. Again, for one creep wave, it's great if he can give his teammate guaranteed XP. There it is, easy kills for Billy. And that should work as well. Nice, double kill, minute 25 into the game. So this is probably why we have a 100% win rate with Billy as a silencer. The one thing with Wraith King that I've realized playing him a little bit more is he does have a terrible first few levels in my mind laning, and so you can harass him quite easily. Obviously later he gets quite tanky and he has high strength gain, but not very high base strength. So he really needs a lot of regen. If you see him and Billy actually have about the same amount of health, Billy has even more health than him. So not a great starting position. Another kill. What's awesome is Billy's actually, although the very bottom of last hits, if you go to kills, he is obviously owning, and then you go to net worth, it's either you're getting last hits or you're getting kills. And so Billy is absolutely destroying the charts, even beating the Alchemist, who probably took nice last hit. Incredible. Billy will just walk away from that. He has a wand if he needs to survive. Ooh, that turn back though may have really hurt him. But good Sand King timing. Let's see if he casts a spell and kills himself. Nope. So he will survive. Let's look at that Alchemist though. And just see if he took, yeah, he took 2 levels in Greevil's Greed and still is getting out-farmed by Billy. Yep. So Billy on really roll. See there, we can see the Alchemist climbing back. That's to be expected. If Billy can now just free farm this, he will not stay purely ahead, but he can shut down the other team to basically increase the net worth gap, which we could check over here. Already leading heavy into the Radiant side with Billy's kills. Meanwhile, I know that I am firing off lots of Stroke of Fates, just like this on this lane. So me and Jackson are just really destroying these guys as well. But this is Billy's replay, so let's go back to Billy killing people. Let's actually hop back on that one real fast, just because we missed. Okay, so they probably could have seen him, which is why they put the ward there. But regardless, they're just trying to get into lane to get experience. Wow, he just shows up and gets melted. This is what happens when like both the enemies have their ultimates and you're still not even level 6. It's very hard to get back into lane and even just get the experience, let alone last hits. So Billy's guaranteed that, you know, for us, one of their scarier characters will come online very late. Wraith King's purpose is more mid-game to win team fights with his ultimate. And they'll have Alchemist to tank instead. But we'll see what he's building. Anything yet? Probably going for a Battle Fury. Looks like we're kind of lonely on top here. Just trying to hold the fort. I think I took a bit of heat here. Now I love this part of this lane. I actually think the trees on bottom lane are better for this. So exactly what Billy's doing is, if the lane hadn't pushed out so fast, you can stay in those trees and he can get in 3 right clicks and his spells before they even get out of range that he would have to move. Maybe 2 right clicks depending on how close they get. Which is amazing. They're taking the tower. Sand King switches over. Medusa uses her ultimate, thinking we're going to dive, because I could see the TP. Billy will be fine in his solo lane at this point, and in fact it will just leverage his levels. If we go to hero level, I think Billy will catch up. Now we're just going to watch this because there's a fight here. And we'll jump back down to Billy, see how he handles the lane. So now this Wraith King tries to switch, thinking this will be an easier lane. We're also slamming our lane. Still smart to switch regardless. Try the Medusa bottom, try the Wraith King top, but I don't think it's going to pan out. I believe this is a kill. Yep. Just good of Jackson to keep pressuring him, make sure that happened. Alright, now let's jump back a little bit to where Billy was down here. Because there were two in lane. Okay, so he has vision. He knows everything that's going on here. Knows that I don't know if he knows that the ultimate is off. So that's probably why he backed up, because he could have been stone formed and killed. Veno has his ultimate as well, which would have been bad to get blasted in the face by that. He checks up top. But he's now getting some good solo experience. He has enough damage that this should be doable under the tower without having to pre-hit any of the enemies, any of the creeps. Billy doesn't let anyone out in his jungle. He's good to make sure this Venomancer stays shut down. Even if he doesn't kill those wards, just to ensure dominance. Has a good strategy. Now that they're solo, he can pick up some free gold. Now let's check the net worth again. Very curious to see where Billy stands. Yeah, so still number 3. Let's see Medusa's mana. It's gone. You can see at the top. So this is for sure could be a kill. Billy is smart to go home because of the poison and just leave his Sand King to finish it. Most people, I tend to just tunnel vision and not realize what debuffs are on me. And Billy, I mean, nailed the timing to get home in time. Otherwise he would have for sure died. Let the Sand King clean it up. He must have died, but maybe Ember's Spirit came down. Yep. Yeah, see, he overstayed his welcome. Let's see, he kills a Medusa, and here he is basically dead. He should have TP'd at that point, like immediately after he killed the Medusa. He had no regen, so running away has no benefit. Ember comes to finish off. What's happening top? Todd is still just staying in his lane. At this point should probably be rotating mid, but I remember not wanting to lose this tower. So I stuck around up here. Yeah, we were very ready to take their top tower. I think Billy comes to join in taking this out. This is a kill because of our silence. Lined it up really nicely between those. Silence again, hopefully, yep. Make an easy kill, hopefully Billy gets the last hit. Nope, Sand King got it. Sand King can be getting towards Blink Dagger. Looks like it's going Black King Bar instead. It's an interesting choice, but with 3 stuns, Ogre, Wraith King, and Alchemist, I guess that is doable. Let's see what Billy's going to be building towards. Dragonlance and Hurricane Pike. Great choice, as he's got, he's stealing the intelligence, he has lots of kills. He has really high base damage already. Silenced plus the last word. Grimstroke combo with Silencer is just amazing. Here we are chasing. Medusa telling her team, what are we even supposed to do? Yeah, Silencer becomes very oppressive at this point. Billy is just shutting down their morale. Ember ditches the tower. Not really a lot he can do there without more remnants available. Very cool. kind of weapons I haven't seen before though. The Ember. Okay, he just gets Sanjin Yasha. So he now can add a lot. We're silencing, blasting through all three. Billy comes. This is perfect. We not having the vision up there is tough. It would have been nice if I had had a ward, but wow, Billy's global silence guaranteeing that the alchemist gets stunned. Amazing. Now that he's dead, there's really very little threat because the Medusa has no mana. So that's a free kill. I have no idea why she turned back. Ember chained. Let's go back and see who Billy focused. I wasn't really seeing on his mouse, but Billy is very good at focusing the right people. Does Arcane Curse on the whole group. It's perfect. Just firing upon them. Doesn't have his bouncing glaives yet, but when he does, it will get even scarier. Enemies tend to group up in two situations, whether where they're stomping and they're just all pushing together, or where they're getting stomped and running away like that. So in this case, his glaives will be very effective. We're not having these fights like in the river with like a Nyx Assassin or a Bounty Hunter where we're not all like grouped up. So the glaive split will be good. Is it the shard? It does it? Yep, the shard. Hopefully Billy finds a neutral item over here. Perfect. This will be good, especially as Billy's trying to farm his next item. Looks like he's put the shard in his queue. He'll be able to get it before any conflict, and then TP middle if needed. Looks like it's just... Ooh. Alright, Jackson going ham. Let's go back and see this. Oh. Yeah, this one is... ain't too bad. He's a little bit out of position. And I was a little slow to TP here. Just too late. Does great while he has his ultimate. I don't know if he'll survive though because of that poison. Yeah. It's a hard spot without vision on the high ground. Probably didn't know that all those people were nearby him. Let's go to Billy, who's hunting people down. And this is just fun to see Billy melt people. So nice to have the initiation. So one thing, you know, we have the global silence to initiate, but Billy is really most effective if there can be some kind of distraction. Sand King, Wraith King. This was an amazing play because his Hurricane Pike, if we go back to me, silencing this guy, trying to make sure Ember can chase him, kill these wards with Billy, get the high ground just because we're kind of poisoned and slowed. I still have 1 second left on the silence. Billy had pushed him back to buy me that one more second that we could just destroy him. That play was great. I'm just gonna do it one more time because I was talking too much. Yeah, Billy pikes him. QW. Goodbye. Ember heads home, and he was able to finish the Venomancer, which is great. Jackson looks like he's going towards Saint Yasha. Billy can now buy his shard, obviously, and some more. Actually has pretty impressive regen without having a Scythe of Ice or anything. He's now at 8. At this point we have a couple different options. We could have done Roche with Troll. We're now checking Roche for them. The other thing is Billy can just farm his next 5,000 gold item. Like a Scythe or a Bloodthorn or even an Aghanims. That next one will just guarantee we can take high ground. She's silenced, so she can't use her W to get more mana. Again, just a great combo between Grimstroke and Silencer. Here's the Alchemist just crying in the forest. Sad that he can't farm properly. Great positioning from Jackson. Not there, because it was under the tower, which is bad, but to be able to poke from that side with us close enough is, if we zoom out, we do free. Ember is mobile enough, he can help, and now we've like pincered them. So actually if he stayed right behind these trees here, it'd be perfect, because him and the Ember can just poke. It worked out just as effective. He just took a little extra damage. But otherwise, great team fight. Not that it was a huge challenge there, but we could have taken a team that was much better than us with that kind of pincer on the tower, avoiding the tower damage, making people feel comfortable, but actually fighting them here where there's no armor from under the tower is a pretty amazing spot. And then at that point, you're probably knocking down the waves. You take that tower easy, and we could easily be taking high ground right now. We definitely need the troll. So let's see where Jackson is. At this point, I think we probably mentioned right now, hey, we should take tower, but it was too late because they've now respawned. So taking Roche is probably a great choice here if you leave a ward on this high ground, which is what someone just planted. Then your Sand King. Then protects your Roche pit. So we're going to take the outpost first. And Billy continuing to stay at the top of this net worth with the Ember. Ember is not the greatest farmer early. His fire is great. But he doesn't have anything that really accelerates until his Sleight of Fist can kill a whole creep wave. So now at this point he will probably climb much higher in net worth in terms of just last hits. Let's move to the free camera here and zoom out just to see this whole fight. Billy in a great position here, making people cross past our spells in order to get to him. Some people would be tempted to stand over here as the range carry and just fire up. It's much better to have your other heroes stand here and take the hits. Because if the game was closer, they could blink over and just blast you. They're kind of waiting for that opportunity. Instead, they never get that opportunity. Billy continues to just do damage. If we could do a fight summary, we would see how much damage Billy did. I think he was the majority there. Here we have Jackson now with this Saint Yasha and this. He's got a scary amount of damage. Yeah, this is about the net worth that Troll comes online. Looks like he's probably building a BKB with the Mithril Hammer or a Skull Basher. Both are great options. Again, on this lineup, BKB is pretty darn good because of all the stuns. But Basher is probably the most fun item. Yeah, Jackson really taking off now. This would probably be more like the 40-minute mark, 42-minute mark in a normal game, not in Turbo Boned. The Troll would get to this level. Unfortunately, the game's gonna be over soon. The movement is just invaluable. I rave about items like Yule's. Yule's could have had the same effectiveness here, where it just buys time for his team to get to him. Because here he got caught out, even with the invisibility rune. He could either Yule's himself, or in this case, Hurricane Pike, same as a Force Staff. Just saved his life. Totally worth the money. He even gets a killing blow, so another 400 gold. This is a little scary for him. He'll probably die here because of the Alchemist positioning. Where did he come from? Let's change to free camera. See over in lane. He TP'd to the tower, circled from behind. Yeah, so that was a smart play because that was his only chance. Throws down the poison. He's silenced now, melted by the Sand King. Not much they could do, but that was a good attempt. We'll now follow Jackson as he absolutely decimates these buildings. He did go for the Black King bar. Great choice in this circumstance. See, he's hovering over this, thinking about which item. Yeah, just bought Ags. Nice thing is usually try and shop when moving my guy, so I'll just like send him a list of commands holding shift. Like to run here, here. Oh, I can't draw on the map. But makes it just a little bit safer for your person. Character. Checking if Roche is up for Jackson to just melt. Now it won't be as easy as if he had a Basher, but he will have no problems killing Roche, being anything above level 17. At this, it's laughable how fast it is. Do we give it to Jackson? We should. Perfect. Now at this point, it would be actually awesome if he had a Blink Dagger. With an Ags is just an awesome combo with Troll, as you can blink and jump. Oh, this is a great fight in the river. We're just going to go back a little bit and zoom this out. Okay, so Billy comes to get the double damage rune. Gets taken by Alchemist. Billy doesn't hesitate to throw the spells on him. He's chasing him. Meanwhile, I totally whiff. But they stay there. The Medusa, for some reason, walked around this tree, which guaranteed she died. She would have easily known we were coming. Billy being the scariest person on our team. They're leashed. And makes it very easy for us to clean up. At this point, Ember is getting bad. If he's gotten his final talent, he probably actually has the best damage in a team fight now. Even more than Billy if people are grouped up because of the double sleight of fist. I believe it's 6-second cooldown. And he has 2 of them. Now this is just great because early on we don't want Jackson jumping on people. We had Sand King to jump on people. Now Sand King is just, he's just a stunner, but allows Jackson to run in, and everybody else who wants to stand a little bit back, Ember and Billy, just to absolutely erase the other team. Todd is very much dead here. Yep, couldn't get away from that first right click. But Billy continues to do this thing. I think, let's see. What did Billy buy next? So we saw that he got Scotty and Lincoln Sphere, Witchblade, projectile speed. Let's just see. He just waits for the Medusa. No one ever does that. People just charge in, but Billy is smart enough to know what's going to happen. Curses him and shoots him. Didn't even have global silence. Didn't even need it. Look at Billy with 21 kills, 1 death, and 16 assists. Wish it would show the damage as well, because the attack speed and output is actually really impressive on Silencer. Nice job, Silencer. Yeah. We know who carried us. So, I don't know if that was interesting at all. I didn't really have any thoughts planned to share. Billy is really just the main showcase that we wanted to see in action. It's crazy how many kills he finds everywhere he goes, and really that was leveraged from his early aggression in lane. You definitely have to know whether you can be aggressive with your hero or not. If you're just an Earthshaker with 1 Q stun and you run up and use that, you're gonna die. You have to wait for opportunities to actually kill people, but with Silencer, he is able to harass even to the point of killing them. And it was really impressive. So let's see, what I was curious about to see is the damage. Hero damage on Billy is almost 40,000 on that short game. Quite a bit more than anyone else. Permanently stolen intelligence, 86. It's just wild. That is a lot of extra damage and mana, and his abilities utilize having higher intelligence than the enemies. Really impressive overall. Great game, Billy. Continual climb. A period here where Alchemist really farmed. This is what we were talking about. He would definitely pull away. I think it was this where we were talking about Alchemist There's just no way Silencer can keep up with him. Guess what? Doesn't matter. In the team fights, Alchemist totally got shut down. Same story. He was far ahead in level. Didn't really matter because for Alchemist to have been effective, he would have needed some really good stuns from Ogre, which didn't really happen with Billy's silences and some Grimstroke silences. Silly MVP should definitely be Billy. 14 kill streak. Sand King definitely set up a lot of kills though, so it was a great team overall. Till next time, play Silencer again, Billy.